broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans, producing after shows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows, interviewing celebrities and showrunners, and bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Hello, AfterBuzzers! Tonight is the night it happened. We've been waiting for it for, gosh, it feels like forever now.
Yeah.
We've been
really
waiting for Megan Fox, and she is finally here. Megan Fox is in the loft, and the dynamic was way different.
Yeah, I feel like at the beginning of the show, you could tell that the vibe was going to be really different. Like, you felt that too?
Especially in the bar scene with when Winston and Nick, you know, that whole thing with the chick, and he's like, oh yeah, well, I hope you have fun, you know, doing whatever it is that you're going to be doing tonight. Like, it just was like, okay, something's going to happen.
Right.
But before we start talking about Megan Fox and her character and the newest addition into the loft, I'm your host, Kellie Knezovich, and you guys can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Kellie Knez. You can follow all of us here at AfterBuzz on all social media at AfterBuzz TV. I have my awesome co-host Michelle with me.
Thank you. Hi, guys.
Love you, and I'm glad that we are doing this together.
Same.
Where can everyone find you on social media?
You guys can find me on Twitter and Instagram at _Michelle Phi.
I like it. Okay, let's talk about it.
All right.
So episode 6 is called Reagan. Megan Fox is finally in. What did you think?
I really liked her character.
Yeah.
I liked her sarcasm. I liked how I feel like she was a mixture of like Schmidt and Cece, like all in one. Like she's like them combined.
Yeah.
That's what I felt like.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I was hesitant. I was anxious to see how she was gonna do and her character, and you know how she's gonna act and act with the everyone in the loft, because they're a group. They've been a group for 5 seasons. Right. So I was like, oh gosh, how's it gonna work out? And I feel like she, her character is perfect. Right. I'm impressed with her acting too. It was fun. It was a lot of fun. Really fun.
I feel like she also balances them out.
I do too. Yeah. And then I mean, I wouldn't say she necessarily caused drama between Cece and Schmidt, but she definitely didn't help the situation in the beginning. We see that Cece is she's behind the bar, right? And Schmidt's coming and talking to her about jealousy and everything, how he has jealousy issues. And it was so funny. My boyfriend and I were having a conversation literally yesterday about being a bartender. You kind of have to have some swag and like some flirtiness. Yeah. Because you have to be able to
get those tips,
but also talk to people. And you can't be rude, you can't be boring. Like you have to kind of, you know, play the game and everything.
Yeah, especially in a bar setting like that where it's not constantly busy. Right. Like if it was like a fast turnaround, obviously you don't need to have a conversation with them, but if it's like, oh, I'm gonna be here for a while, you know.
Yeah, you gotta be friendly. Right. And I mean, it may be an act, but I feel like Cece's, I feel like she's so outgoing. Like she could absolutely hold a conversation with anyone. Right. And she'd be just fine. And clearly Schmidt is like, wow, I have some insecurities, you know, I have some jealousy issues. And then, you know, later on we see Reagan, and that doesn't help. That situation doesn't help at first. It does get better. Again, we'll talk about that. But at the beginning, as at the bar also, we see Nick and Winston and Allie. I totally forgot that his partner's name was Allie.
Yeah. Well, we rarely see her. Yeah. And I didn't realize that was her name until, like, I think you just mentioned it, so.
Yeah, I just forgot that. I don't know. I like seeing her. I like seing her and Winston together. I feel like they have a really fun relationship, and I hope we get to see more of that. But we see Nick kind of, you know, he's kind of like, I gotta feel this magic. Like, a relationship needs magic. And Winston and Nick kind of say, hey, we're gonna kind of keep each other on, like, back to reality. Yeah. You know, we're not, if somebody's kind of going out of their league, we're gonna let the other person know. Right. We're gonna keep everyone here on Earth and not go way too far outside the box. So he tries to, what is it, lift it? Is it a keg?
Yeah, I think he was trying to lift a keg.
What was the point of that?
I can't remember. I think he was trying to maybe show off to Ellie.
Show like his like manlyhood, like his strength and everything.
Probably.
And
that seems like a very Nick thing to do.
He ended up what was it? Smushing his back, and it caused pain. So he went to the hospital or the doctors, and Megan Fox walks in, and Nick is immediately like, "Oh my gosh, he cannot take his eyes off her" as she walks across the room.
Which I'm not gonna lie, I definitely ship that.
You do?
Nick and Reagan, yeah. I think they're very cute together.
Well, we know that Nick is super into dominating alpha females. Right. And, I mean, she is
completely,
all about that.
100%.
She fits Nick's bill. So Reagan walks in, and she's, wanting to get... I don't know any of the prescriptions that she was wanting or any of the terminology that she used.
I think she was, because she's a pharmaceutical rep, so I think she was going in trying to sell like a specific drug to the doctor, but then she found out that he already like bought another drug that's similar to hers, but it has all these crazy side effects.
Okay, so she wanted him to buy her product.
Right.
Okay, and she was very vocal about that to the whole room, and the doctor was like, shh, okay, I'll buy it from you. And, she's saying how she's living in this hotel room where they have live lobsters, and she hates it so much. And of course, Nick immediately jumps up, and he's like, "You know what? We have a room available. It's in a loft." And Winston's like, no. Like, why would you take a room from a stranger? You don't want to do that.
Right.
And she's like, well, I need a rain shower. She had a couple other demands. Do you remember them?
Like, she was like, do you have amenities?
Yeah.
And then how utilities. Much was rent was.
And Nick's like, I don't care. How much
He's like,
do you
cheap.
want? Yeah, cheap, exactly. Typical Nick. And she immediately decides to go check out the loft.
Yeah.
Why do you think she just did that because she didn't want to have to deal with the lobsters, or what was the point?
I think so, but then I don't know. I just thought that was really weird.
It was
like
weird.
Why? But I mean, I guess at the end we see that she's like the kind of woman that can take care of herself.
Yeah.
So it's probably the reason why she went to go check out the loft by herself. Mm-hmm. But I don't know.
I mean, even at the end of the episode, it is very. But it's Nick and Winston. Like, if they came up to me, I'd be like, for sure, I'd go check out the loft. Like, you guys seem like cool people. No, but at the end of the episode, she said, "Why would I don't even like people. Why would I hang out with you?" And I'm like, well, if you don't like people, why would you go check out the loft?
Right.
I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me. But
maybe she was just like,
why not?
Yeah.
She seems like she's very confident and like, I mean, clearly girl's got some moves. So if anyone tried to attack her, she would just stop that immediately.
Right.
I mean, good for her. Right. Every girl needs to know self-defense.
Exactly.
I love it. So is it the next scene? She goes and checks out the apartment. Apartment.
Yeah, I would call it an apartment. They call it a loft.
The loft.
Like, it has a room.
Yeah. So she goes and checks it out, and of course Nick has attempted to install a rain shower.
Yeah, with duct tape. I don't know how he thought that was going to work out.
No way. I mean, but I love that he was like trying to be confident in his answers.
Why do I feel like that could have gone way different?
How
like
so?
The whole, like him just like changing up the room and like apartment and stuff
amazing.
For him. He never did that for Jess.
He's never done it for anyone. He's so dirty. I mean, granted, he did leave the mashed potatoes under the bed.
Right.
But still,
that was incredible.
Looked so good.
It didn't even look like his room at all.
No,
like it looked like a girl's room.
I thought it was Jess's room. I was like, did you? No, because they obviously just took a look at Jess's room. But I was blown away.
Yeah.
And then he cleaned up the place too. And even Reagan had a comment. She was like, oh, whoever lives here, somebody must have OCD. Clearly, it was Nick trying to clean everything up for her.
Right.
He really wanted her.
Heels.
I know already. And Winston's just trying to bring him back to reality, saying, bro, she is way out of your league.
Right.
And yet Nick is still trying.
Persistence.
Yeah. It's working for him.
It is.
It's working. Let's see. So... and then earlier I said that he's really into women who, you know, are I don't know about controlling, but very dominant.
Yeah,
and,
like confident in themselves.
Yeah, very confident. And he even said she ran the room like she commanded it.
Right.
I mean, she did.
Yeah.
And he's super into that. So I'm sure he will have his crush, as he says. He doesn't have crushes anymore because that's because
he's a
little
grown
boy
man.
thing. Yeah. But his crush, I'm sure, will soon turn into lust and potentially love.
I hope so.
We'll see. We'll get into predictions later. Let's see. So finally, Cece and I guess all the roommates are kind of in the living room, and Reagan's like, Cece, well, not Cece, but hey, you look familiar.
Yeah.
And Cece's like, oh my gosh, Reagan, I know you. We did MTV MTV Beach House 2003.
Yeah. Which I don't know what that even is.
I don't either. I mean, it must have been a party scene.
It must have been like a spring
TV
break
show,
thing.
something. Yeah, I'm not sure. So anyway, they know each other apparently very well in the sense that they hooked up, and that's when Reagan was like, "Yeah, I realized I was bisexual because I really like big boobs, and Cece, of course, I'm going to be attracted to you because you have huge boobs." And Schmidt's reaction
was the best.
So good. I loved his drum line. I mean, first of all, he's sitting there and he's just, what did she call it? A dishwasher on his face.
Yeah.
So good. And then he just starts drumming the Nick Cannon solo from Drumline. Pretty good. I'm not gonna lie.
Very good.
Impressed. But I love his way of dealing with processing so many emotions at once. I mean, clearly he was jealous.
Yeah.
He was also, I'm sure, super into the idea.
Yeah.
Because he wasn't against, I mean, he was attracted to it.
Right.
But he just was trying to process everything, and he's dealing with his insecurities and his jealousy issues, and that did not help at all.
No.
I think that got into his head even more because I think in the next scene, Cece was cutting like veggies with a knife, and ended up hurting herself. That's right, making snacks with Schmidt. And Reagan comes and helps her, and Schmidt's like, no, none of this. I can't deal with this. And Cece's like, whoa, bro, you are way too over the top. It's too much.
Right. My favorite line from his rant though was when she was like, "Oh, are you mad that she hooked up with another girl?" And he was just like, "No, I'm basically a woman myself."
Oh, yeah.
That was my favorite line from
so
his entire
in touch
thing.
with his femininity.
He is, I love it.
I love that line too. I forget the name of it, but it was the line from The Wedding Planner.
Oh, I didn't I've seen that movie, but I don't. Who's Bridget?
I've seen that movie too. I think
Wait, The Wedding Planner is the one with Jennifer Lopez,
J-Lo,
right?
yeah, and Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah.
I think Bridget is Matthew McConaughey's chick. You know what? Does not matter. We'll IMDb that after the show.
Clearly, we know our chick flicks.
Absolutely. What was that? What year was that? 2003?
Right.
2003. What did she say? She said, or Schmidt said, in 2003.
I was watching Felicity or whatever.
On VHS. Oh, I love him. I love Fat Schmidt.
Yeah.
I was hoping for a flashback in that scene.
Oh, that would have been a great flashback.
I feel like a lot of times tonight they had, even Winston, I think at the end of the episode was like, I'm sorry I called you, whatever it was that he called him called Nick when he was trying to fix the shower. And then they kind of went back to the shower scene, and he's like, oh, you're already wet. And, how they had that little flashback. I was thinking they could have had another one after that.
Yeah.
I don't know. There were many times that they could have had the flashbacks.
I know.
But they didn't take advantage of it.
I think they were just trying to focus on Megan Fox's episode, but it would have been nice to have flashbacks.
Yeah, it was nice having everyone kind of all center around Megan Fox. But within that, they had the Cece and Schmidt had the jealousy issues,
right?
Which, frankly, I had originally thought that Megan Fox would help bring those issues to real life. I would think that Schmidt would be jealous, or Cece would be jealous of Schmidt and Reagan or something like that. But that's kind of not what happened. I mean,
it
Schmidt
was
already
the
had
reverse
those.
of that.
Right,
yeah.
and Schmidt already had those insecurities, and they already came out. But luckily, also I didn't realize that Schmidt never gave Cece a ring. I think I just forgot about that.
I think I did too.
Because she says, what did she say? Megan Fox says, are you afraid the ring won't be good enough, or that you won't be good enough?
Yeah, that was a game changer.
That was a game changer for sure, and that was kind of very eye-opening to Schmidt because he was like, "Wow, you are right. Like I've been trying to ignore that, and I've been in denial about it."
Yeah.
So he goes to the bar and tries to apologize to Cece.
Yeah.
Brings out a ring box.
But no ring.
No ring.
Which was very surprising.
Indeed. But then he said that this is my, my ring of trust, or, I trust you. I've always trusted you. And then they're like, we'll go ring shopping tomorrow. So
right.
He's going to get a ring the size of a diamond, right?
He said the size of a raisin.
The size of a raisin. Oh my gosh. That should be interesting. Do you think we'll see that next episode?
I hope so. I really want to see what kind of ring he would pick out for her.
I feel like it's going to be I do feel like it's going to be something she won't like. Like it's going to be opposite taste, yeah.
Like her wedding dress?
Oh, God. Maybe just don't include alcohol in the ring shopping experience.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. Let's see. I think... And with Nick and Winston, he realized, she is way out of my league. And so he went back to the bar, and what was her name? Oh, he asked Jen.
Which was kind of sad. I wanted him to, wait for Reagan. Yeah.
But, I mean, at least he was kind of brought back to reality, though,
Right.
He wasn't really... shooting for the stars, I guess.
Looking for magic.
Yeah, but he did ask Jen out, and Jen seemed more than happy.
She seemed obsessive.
Yeah, I know, right? We'll see if that turns into anything. I feel like it won't. I feel like he's still going to be obsessed with Megan Fox.
Yeah. I mean, he was by the very end of it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and she decided, at the end when they snuck into her apartment, she ended up kicking Nick in the face because they snuck into her apartment.
Yeah, and he tried to take her headphones off.
Yeah, don't do that.
No. I mean, you shouldn't sneak into someone's apartment and, surprise them or whatever either.
Never.
But...
Trespassing.
Right.
But at least we saw that she could kick some major ass.
Yeah.
That was nice.
It was.
Let's see. So she decided to move in with the gang. So she's officially
I'm so excited.
I know.
She's the new girl.
She's the new girl for the next 5 episodes.
5 or 6.
5 or 6.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Anything else? Did I leave anything else out?
I don't think so. I feel like you got everything.
I like that she said this is the creepiest and kindest thing that people under, I've known people for less than 4 hours have done for me.
Right.
It's cute and funny. But yeah, it's gonna be good. I'm really excited to see how it plays out.
Yes.
You want to get into predictions?
Yes.
All right.
Of course.
And now your
Wait for that cue.
AFTERBUZZ TV predictions.
What you thinking, girl?
I think that over the next 5 or 6 episodes, however many Megan Fox is on, I think she will definitely grow to love them and just be really good friends with all of them, even though she kind of has that cold exterior.
Kind of a guard up a little bit.
But I think by the end of it all, it'll be definitely really hard for her to leave. So I don't know how they'll write her off, but hopefully it won't be too bad.
I mean, it's probably going to be the fact that Jess comes back.
Yeah.
And they kind of kick her out.
Do you think they'll meet? Her and Jess will meet?
Yes.
In the last episode?
Yes.
Okay. What if they just share the room together? Like how Nick shares a room with Winston?
Oh my God. That would never happen just as much too, OCD and
That's
this is
true.
my space and
That's true.
I don't think that would go over well at all. And
Yeah.
same with the character that Reagan is too.
Right.
She's very uptight, I feel, so I don't think she'd want to share her things. I feel like we're going to see a lot of things happen in terms of couples over the next couple weeks.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're going to see something happen with Nick. I don't know if it's going to happen with Jen or if it's going to happen with Reagan.
Mm-hmm.
I also ship it. I hope that something happens with them. I like them. I think Nick is so funny.
Yeah.
Especially how he's trying to, be this different guy in front of her. I think it's so silly,
It's
but
so cute.
I like it a lot. And in terms of Schmidt's jealousy, I don't think it'll get better. I think, I'm hopeful, but I don't think it will. I feel like with Reagan there, I do think that something will happen.
Okay.
And that he will kind of explode, perhaps again, because of Reagan. I don't know. I'm not sure. We'll see, though.
Okay.
But all my predictions revolve around Reagan, so we'll see. I think that's it, guys. Yeah. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to AfterBuzz TV's YouTube channel. We love the show. You love the show. If you have any predictions, comments, questions, anything you want to say, tweet at us using the hashtag ABTVNewGirl. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Kellie Knez and Michelle.
And you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram also at _Michelle Phi.
And we'll see you guys next week. Have a good week.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.